behind the scenes. We got Andrew up there, John Huff doing everything around here, Chris Carlson, G-Man, Ski, G-Man's down here, sorry. Welcome to the 118th Midnight Sun Game. We got Frosty Hooters doing food, Big Daddy's has a food truck and drinks. Lamar's has the camper food truck over here on the third base side. And want to give a shout out to the ticket booth people, Stacy especially. And just want to thank you guys for being here. We're going to have a great night. I love you too. Next up, we have our general manager, John Lorky, to kick things off. Let's have a great night, Fairbanks!
I just don't have his color. That was big time. Welcome everybody to 118. So let me cross out a bunch of notes that I was going to say that Abe said instead. But he's right. There's so many people to thank. We've got Rissy's Greenhouse. Glenn's here helping along with John Huff and AUD for getting all these stands in place. Because there's just a whole lot. If it's going to be anything like last year and you're not all going to be able to sit down. I get a little embarrassed this time of the night because so many of the reserve ticket holders aren't here. Because they know they don't have to be here yet. But they'll get here. But thank Chris Carlson for all he does, Eric Rodriguez, and Colonel Sean Lucas, the brigade commander of the 1st Brigade Arctic 11 Airborne Division at Fort Wainwright, who helped make sure that we get these bleachers here tonight. Because about 3 weeks ago, they told us, I don't know, it doesn't look good, and we went, uh-oh, we got a lot of people we got to see. So glad we were able to pull that together. We've got help security-wise, just with staff. There's so many people here tonight with guys from Alton Air Force Base that are around helping. Thanks, you guys. We appreciate you coming out very much. So as Abe said, we've got lots of vendors on hand, so we've got food on both sides, plus the concession in the back. We've got beer and wine that we're serving on both sides as well. We've got Ski and Janice going around helping us with 50-50, so a lot to go on. So we've also got you can imagine this is when my phone kind of rings off the hook. A lot of media here that want to take a lot of footage. I'd like to thank Explore Fairbanks. They do a tremendous job of bringing so many tourists to Fairbanks. And we've got 6 of them here tonight with their media passes, and they're going to be shooting a lot of footage so they can use that and use this game as a means to help attract people from all over the world to come to Fairbanks in the summertime. So thanks to Explore Fairbanks for all you guys do. Make us look good tonight, win or lose. So we're pretty well represented here tonight. And as I said, Explore Fairbanks plays a big role in that. We've got people from 38 states here. We've got Canada and Japan. Are the folks from baseball in Japan here yet? You right there? How many seats you taking up? 38. Had to get those early. We've been sold out of reserve seats for about 6 weeks. So we appreciate you guys coming. Have a ball. Canada, Japan, we got that. Let's now talk about and say thanks to all the summer families that house these players for about 7 weeks. It's probably the most important thing that we do. I think it's the foundation and the backbone of what goes on in the summertime. So Maddie's down here. She doesn't like to be recognized, but she's going to get recognized anyway. Maddie Rear doing this for the 2nd year is down here. And Let me mention all the folks that are housing players this summer. We've got Tim and Lorinda Trotman, Jesse and Maureen Garcia, Wendy and Mark Clavin, Renee and Tony Capel, Leanne and Evan Bolger, Shanna and Kevin Hornbuckle, Billy Boswood. Ray Padilla is one of our pitchers. He's housing a player too. Carmen and Sherry Jo Kay. Dave and Erica Hawkins over here. Eva and Scott Berg. Faith Height. Kristen Pearson. She taking pictures? There you are. She's everywhere. Julie and Adam Benson are here. They do the ice stocks too. They've stepped into baseball. They're loving it. Courtney and Aaron Dennison. April and Jimmy Watts. And Elena and Bill Stonelicker. So a big round of applause and thanks to all the families that house our players for the summer. We get a lot of help throughout the season. We have over 125 businesses that support us, whether it's billboard ads here on the fence, booster packages. Just about every home game that we play is a promotion night sponsored by one of those businesses. They sponsor pitching changes, hit by pitches, foul ball mentions, just all kinds of things. So big thanks to all the businesses. You guys are a big part for coming out to all these games. But the businesses and the backbone of this community, thank you to all the businesses that support us. We really appreciate it. And let's be courteous tonight. It'll be a long night. We get in here pretty early so that you can find your seats. We're getting ready to start the game, but then we'll get into the early morning. Please be courteous. We'll try to have as much seating as we can, but I don't know as we get into this that not everybody's going to be able to find a seat. So just do the best to kind of switch in a little bit in the general admission seating, and we'll do the best we can. We've got some new things in store. You probably know it's not the newest facility, but we've done what we can with the new blue sheets, padding out here, fence screening just to make it look nice. We have a brand new, this surface went in 1986. 1986, 37 years ago. New construction will start the minute the season's over in August on a brand new turf. And that's compliments of the borough and their capital improvement project. We get help from the Tanana Valley Youth Sports Foundation, and the Goldpanners put up a lot of money to help with that as well. The biggest notice you're going to see here in the next 3 to 4 weeks, we hope we can pull it off before the season ends, is a brand new scoreboard. That scoreboard goes back to 1973. And it behaved appropriately when it didn't work on opening night. And then the second night, the errors didn't work. So hopefully it holds up for about another 4 hours tonight. But the scoreboard is a big thank you to the Bill Stroker Foundation. Tanana Valley Youth Sports Foundation is also helping us with the installation. We get help from Matson. They're on the outfield fence. Matson brings a scoreboard for us all the way from Tacoma to Fairbanks as a donation. And we thank them for that in a big way. We get help from Weaver Brothers Trucking. We get help from the Alaska Railroad. So there's a lot of people. B&B Electric is putting it in. You may have seen some activity going on behind right field, but that's all going to happen. It will be more than twice the footprint of that. That is 15 feet high. It's going to be 28.5 feet high. And 30 feet wide is going to become 36. It will have video in it. Once we figure out how to use it, it's going to be pretty cool. Let me also say thanks and welcome to the Michigan Monarchs, Kelton, and again, thanks a lot for coming up. We appreciate that. They used to be known as the Lake Erie Monarchs. Jim DeSena, who runs the operation, is also a representative in Michigan and couldn't be here tonight. They were last year in 2014 in the Midnight Sun game. This is their 23rd season and their 6th visit to Fairbanks. They're making their 3rd Midnight Sun game visit. So we really thank you guys for making it up here. And if tonight's battle and the next 4 days are any indication of the game last night, we're going to have a heck of a series. So thanks for coming up, guys. There we go. Let me bring up some special folks here. Let me bring out some of the robotics people. Come on, head over this way, guys. So I was at a breakfast meeting a couple months ago, and I got a presentation about this group. These are called the Hungry Robots. It's a first Lego league from Idea Homeschool comprised of 4th to 8th graders. There's 6 of them, and Sandra, their leader. Sarah Parsons, sorry, Sarah. They finished 2nd in the state Robot Rendezvous Championships in Anchorage just 10 days ago. They competed in the Worcester Polytechnic Institute International Invitation in Massachusetts that had teams from all 50 states and 20 countries. They placed in the top half of the competition in their top scoring category. They placed 16. So please join me in welcoming and congratulating the Hungry Robots who are with us tonight. So step forward so they can know who you are. Okay, right there. Step forward. Nathan Parsons. Landon Barnum. Jonah Ridhart. Jonah's got it. Good job, man. Daniel Ridhart. Brothers don't stand together. Aiden Milan. Aiden's got the flag going on. Sam Busby. Yeah. Would you like to say a word or two, Sarah?
Actually, I'm going to pass the microphone to Sam.
Thank you, Fairbanks, for all of your support. We've had a wonderful season, and we are thankful to attend the WPI International Competition. It was an inspirational weekend. Have a great game.
Absolutely perfect. Okay, let me get you guys some t-shirts here. Got to get you some Goldpanner swag. Hey, another round of applause for the Hungry Robots. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate you coming in. We have 2 more special guests here. If I get it right. Not a lot of times in the course of athletic events when you get a chance to win a championship. So let me have Will and Rachel come on out here. So we have Rachel Charles and Coach Will Ante from the university. Won the Collegiate National Championship for rifle competition in March. Just happen to have their NC2A trophy here. Rachel just completed her freshman year out of Urbandale, Iowa. She's studying biological sciences. She finished 3rd in the nation this year. She leaves for Korea in 3 weeks to compete in the World Championships for Team USA. And I say, she's just a freshman. There are 8 members of the team, plus assistant coach Randy Loudon. Athletes are from all over, including Norway, Spain, and the Czech Republic. So 5 from the lower 48, and from Norway, Spain, and the Czech Republic. So they do a tremendous job. Will Ante is in his 3rd season as the head coach of the rifle team. He was recruited by UAF originally in 2015, but he chose West Virginia. That's a very brief movie. There's too much to like about Will. He was part of 2 national championship teams there. And he was on a team that had a run of 4 years, winning 55 straight regular season matches. Finished 1st twice and finished national runner-up twice. He was also a junior Olympic champion before that. So this is the first time in 15 years our rifle team has won 11 national championships at UAF. It's the only collegiate co-ed sport. And they're bringing home the title for the first time in 15 years, and that's awesome. Congratulations, Will and Rachel.
Thanks for having us out tonight. Appreciate everyone coming out. It's a great lot of fans, and we appreciate the support of Manic Athletics. If you see a championship or you see a win go up on the board, the community here in Fairbanks, we really appreciate that. We're going to appreciate you also being really kind when I drop this first pitch and it hits the dirt, all right? Thank you.
Okay, Rachel. Got anything in you? Not at all? No, she's holding the trophy. Okay, we've got a signed baseball bat from 23 Goldpanners. We've also got a signed jersey. I think Will was getting the jersey. Is that right? So there's the jersey. Hold that up, Will. That's got the Alaska on the front. Got all the players and coaches sign that. And we've got an autographed baseball bat. It says Alaska Goldpanners on it. And we're going to give that to Rachel. Thank you guys for coming. Great. Best of luck in the future. You're in your 3rd year here. You're a freshman. I see a lot of championships on the horizon. So congratulations. As Will said, he's going to be out to throw out the first pitch here in a few minutes. Let's have a great evening. And once again, congratulations to the UAF rifle team, which one of them to be here tonight. Back to you. And let's have a great night, Fairbanks.
fans, if you see the cameraman, make sure you wave. You may be famous, especially the YouTube stream.
Yeah, you know what? I've been out there one time, but I've always lost. The Pirates yeah, no, I love it. I'm really
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Midnight Sun Game, live from beautiful Fairbanks, Alaska, the 118th edition from Growden Memorial Park. Hey, we've got a little sun going on right now after an overcast day with on and off rain. Right now it's gorgeous. Still a lot of clouds, but a lot better than it has been looking in previous days as we scoured the weather forecasts. The Goldpanners and Michigan Monarchs are going to do battle tonight on the longest day of the year, June 21st. We will play this game through the hour of midnight without the aid of artificial lights, a tradition that began in 1906 here in Fairbanks, Alaska, just 150 miles south of the Arctic Circle. The sun will set at approximately 12:48 a.m. It will come back up at 2:58 a.m. It will set and rise in the north to our left. Huge crowd working their way into the facility. They started coming in at about 7 o'clock. They were tailgating all day. There was a huge line up the street. The general admission ticket holders hoping to get a good spot. It's just a marvelous day every year. Fun to walk around and meet people from all over the world who come here for this spectacular, one-of-a-kind event that can only take place here in the Great White North in Fairbanks, Alaska. My name's Garrow Von Dane. I'll be your tour guide tonight for Goldpanners baseball. It's been a good season already for the Panners. They have won 5 straight to go to 9-2 on the season, including a wild finish last night against these Monarchs. The Goldpanners winning 7-6 in extra innings in walk-off fashion. This will be game 2 of the Midnight Sun series, but tonight the big one, the 118th Midnight Sun game. Andrew Bunton will be your public address announcer. Chris Carlson's on the field right now handling that moving camera. He's our producer and engineer, and Bam Bam Burnley on cameras. The Goldpanners are managed by first-year field manager Brett Latchman. He's assisted by bench coach Carlos Gonzalez and pitching coach Jack Gonzalez. Also an assistant is Omar Veloz. General manager of the Goldpanners, John Lorkey. The Michigan Monarchs are coached by Kelton Caldwell out of Brigham Young University. His pitching coach is Adam Castillo. Michigan Monarchs from Adrian, Michigan. They've been around since 1999. It's their 24th season. The Goldpanners began play in 1960, and that's when they picked up the tradition of this Midnight Sun Classic and have played it every year since. Although the COVID year, the Panners did not play, but there was a Midnight Sun game here on the turf. The local men's league putting it on. You can't not have that game. Parking lots are full all around Growden Memorial Park here on the banks of the Chena River. Panners played downtown in their first season and moved here in August of 1961. And we're ready for another, what should be another amazing game tonight. Panners winning last year in walk-off fashion against the San Diego Waves. Well, last night's game with the Monarchs, a great one. We hope for some more here tonight. We're going to turn it over to our public address announcer, Andrew Button. Don't go anywhere. Some great pregame stuff coming your way. Garrow Von Dane will be back in just a minute.
Memorial Park in the 118th edition of the Bill and Eddie Stroker Midnight Sun Game. If you'll get your lineup cards out, we will introduce the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Michigan Monarchs. Batting first, playing in center field, wearing number 5 is Jake Dresselhaus. Batting second, the right fielder, wearing number 1 is Silas Butler. Batting third, playing shortstop, wearing number 6 is Cooper Vance. Batting fourth, playing catcher, wearing number 39 is Makana Olasso. Batting fifth, the third baseman, wearing number 10 is Cale Vinson. Batting sixth, playing at first base, wearing number 40 is Tony Hatson-Giorgio. Batting seventh, playing the designated hitter is number 18, JJ Arbini. Batting eighth, playing at shortstop, wearing the number 21 is Steven Cassis. And batting ninth, playing in left field, wearing the number 8 is Mason McGuire. Tonight's starting pitcher for the Michigan Monarchs is number 23, Robert Klan. And the rest of the Michigan Monarchs, who are head coach, are Mr. Kelton Caldwell. And the pitching coach is Adam Castillo. Tonight's umpiring crew is as follows. Behind the dish at home plate is Mr. Matt Newman. At first base is Mr. Brandon Johnson. At second base is Sergeant First Class in the Army, Mr. Dan Angela. And at third base is Master Sergeant from the Marines, Mr. Scott Ginger. Goldpanner fans, are you ready? Let's meet the batting order for your Alaska Goldpanners. Batting first, playing at second base from North Pole, Alaska, number 11, Alex Garcia. Batting second, playing at third base, wearing the number 17, Robert Batting third, playing in right field, wearing the number 13, Logan Growden. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, wearing number 28, Donovan Redfield. Batting fifth, the first baseman, wearing number 37, Tyler Stowe. Batting 6, playing in center field, wearing number 10, Carl Peters. Batting 7th, playing catcher, number 15, Jackson Frankovich. Batting 8th, the left fielder, wearing number 7, Eric Smelko. Batting 9th, playing at shortstop, wearing the number 9, Ty Marengo. Tonight's starting pitcher for your Alaska Goldpanners is number 18, Keaton Chase. And the rest of your Alaska Goldpanners, who are head coach by Mr. Brett Latchman. His assistant coaches are Carlos Gonzalez, Jack Gonzalez, Logan Smith, Omar Lazaz. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you will all please stand, kindly remove your caps, place your hand over your heart for the singing of the Star Spangled Banner by Miss Jen Oden.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, with so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
our ceremonial first pitch for the 118th edition of the Midnight Sun Game. Making his way onto the mound is the head coach of the Alaska Monarchs Rifle Championship Team, Mr. Will Ante. Will get us started, throw the ceremonial first pitch. All right, baseball fans, on the count of 3, I want you to yell out play ball. 1, 2, 3. That's how you start a baseball game.
The 118th annual WG and Eddie Stroker Midnight Sun Baseball Game. Wow. Man, it gives you chills every time you see that flyover to open up the Midnight Sun Game. Pretty cool.
There's also alcohol
Goldpanners
available on both sides.
from Fairbanks, Alaska. The Monarchs from Adrian, Michigan. Garrow Von Dane with you live as we get to start the Midnight Sun game. The Goldpanners will start right-handed pitcher from San Jose State, Keaton Chase. He will face off against the 6'3" right-hander from Michigan State, Robert Clan. A couple of right-handers to start tonight's Midnight Sun game from Fairbanks, Alaska on the longest day of the year. The sun is shining. The stands are packed, standing room only. It's crowded everywhere you look. A beautiful night for baseball, at least right now. We love it. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem, the flyover, and Keaton Chase now getting loose. Leading off for the Monarchs will be Jake Dresselhaus. He'll be followed by right fielder Silas Butler, the shortstop Connor Vance, catcher Makana Olaso. Batting fifth is third baseman Cale Vinson. In the sixth spot, it's first baseman Tony Hatzagiorgio. The designated hitter for the Monarchs tonight, J.J. Arbini. Batting eighth is Steven Casas, the second baseman, and left fielder Mason McGuire in the ninth spot. The Goldpanners will have Alex Garcia leading off, the North Pole native, followed by third baseman Rob Matei. Logan Drummond in the number 3 spot. Donovan Ratfield is the designated hitter for Fairbanks. Ty Stone batting fifth, Carl Peters sixth, Jackson Frankovich in the 7-hole, Eric Smelko batting eighth, and Ty Barango rounding out the Panner batting order.
Number 5, Jake Dresselhaus.
It is 10 p.m. on the longest day of the year. Keaton Chase gets the distinction of starting the Midnight Sun game in 2023. It's been a long wait today to play this game. That's the hardest part about the day, is just waiting and watching and the anticipation building. And the first pitch comes at 10 p.m. and it's fouled back and out of play off the bat of Jake Dresselhaus.
Brought to you by the Gold Daughters.
Batting .233 so far on the year is Dresselhaus, the senior from Michigan State out of Highland, Michigan. And he takes a strike, it's 0-2. Keaton Chase jumping ahead. 6-foot right-hander from San Jose State. He's thrown 8 innings so far this summer. And here's the 0-2. Just misses. Ball and 2 strikes now on Dresselhaus at the top of the order for the Monarchs. And it's upstairs. They had the tarps on the field earlier today because we did have some rain on and off. But it is beautiful right now on the solstice. The 2-2 delivery from Chase. Popped high, out of play, right field side.
Heads up, right field side. And that ball is brought to you by Small League
The merchandise was flying off the shelves before the game. Bunch of food trucks here, concessions, Frosty Hooters gals. Dresselhaus hanging in with a 2-2 count. Upstairs, ball 3. In those 8 previous innings this summer for Keaton Chase, 6 runs on 8 hits, 12 strikeouts to 3 walks. And the payoff pitch. And he misses for ball 4. So after jumping ahead 0-2, Chase loses Dresselhaus and the leadoff man aboard for the Monarchs. They were able to get the leadoff man on a lot in last night's wild game.
Number 1, Silas Butler.
5 different times the leadoff man reached safely for the Monarchs. The Panners fell behind in extra innings and then came back to win in the bottom of the 10th. Tried to bunt at that one and missed, did Silas Butler, the athletic right fielder for the Monarchs. Butler, a junior from Cumberland out of Stockbridge, Georgia. And Chase starts 0-2 as he did against Dresselhaus. Butler batting .324 on the year. And he's in the hole here, 0-2. The pitch from Chase, he'll throw to first base. Catching for Keaton Chase tonight is Jackson Frankovich. Ty Stone holding the runner on at first. Alex Garcia at second base. Ty Barango at short. Rob Matei is the third baseman. Eric Smelko in left field for the Goldpanners. Carl Peters in center. And Logan Drummond, the right fielder. Popped up, shallow center field, and a long run, and able to make the catch on the run is Peters. Butler retired on the fly ball to center field. For out number 1, Dresselhaus remains at first base, and now Connor Vance, the batter.
Number 6,
Cooper Vance, rather. Can't read my own chicken scratch. Cooper Vance, the sophomore from Eastern Michigan. One out, and a runner at first base here in the top of the first. And there goes the runner. Here comes a throw from Frankovich. The tag is not going to get it. Throw a little bit behind. And Dresselhaus swipes second base, gets into scoring position. Nothing in one on Cooper Vance out of New Waterford, Ohio. Keaton Chase deals a curveball that misses for ball 1. After Vance will be Makana Olaso, the Monarchs catcher. The Monarchs never trailed last night until the Panners walked it off in the bottom of the 10th. And there goes the runner for third. Frankovich's throw down the line. Matei's tag not in time. Dresselhaus steals second, then third. Monarchs head coach Kelton Caldwell is coaching at third base. Brigham Young University product. He and I had some good-natured ribbing before the game, me being the University of Utah graduate. He said, I knew there was a reason I didn't like you. Salt Lake native from Jordan High School. Two balls and 2 strikes on Cooper Vance. Foul back to the netting, able to just catch up to that fastball from Keaton Chase. Top of the first inning, Monarchs threatening with a runner at third and just 1 out. A busy first inning so far for Keaton Chase. Reaches out and just softly hits this one towards short. Tough play. Barango's throw is in time to get the runner, but the run scores from third as Dresselhaus touches home after swiping 2 bags. And an RBI ground out, 6-3 for Cooper Vance, and it's 1-0 Monarchs at the top of the first inning. Monarchs last night had base runners in all but 2 innings. Actually out-hit the Goldpanners. 11-9, lost the game 7-6. Here's Makana Olaso. Curveball for a strike. Olaso, the sophomore from San Jose State, where he's a teammate of pitcher Keaton Chase. Strike 2. Again, Robert Klan will be the starting pitcher, the right-hander for the Monarchs out of Michigan State. O2 delivery. Tried to get him to chase. It's 1-2. Huge crowd here. The sunglasses are on. Comfortable temperature. Boy, the mosquitoes came out after those rains this afternoon. They were vicious. as they tend to do up here. You haven't seen mosquitoes, not real ones, until you've been to Fairbanks. The 2-2 pitch to Alasso. Downstairs 3-2. After Alasso would be Cale Vinson. Alasso batting .286 so far. Payoff pitch, and he missed ball down low for ball 4. Second walk of the inning. Walks come back to bite you so much in summer ball. The leadoff batter Jake Dresselhaus walked and stole second, stole third, and then scored on a ground out to short. Now Alasso walks with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Keaton Chase trying to find his groove. He's jumped ahead of most of the hitters so far, but ended up walking 2 of those. And now he will try to take care of Vinson. And a strike called on the freshman from Middle Tennessee State out of Milton, Tennessee. Vinson, a .421 hitter so far. Not a huge sample, but 8 for 19 is a pretty good start. A ball and a strike from Keaton Chase with a runner at first. Not the speediest of players at first base right now in Alasso. Up high and outside, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike, and the crowd starts to get a little restless here. 2 walks in the inning, and now a 3-1 count on Vinson. 1 run is in as the Monarchs have the early lead. Swing and a miss, it's 3-2. Goldpanners' all-time record in the Midnight Sun game, 47 wins to just 14 losses. The payoff pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of catcher Frankovich. He strikes out Vinson to end the inning, but the Monarchs get on the board and lead it 1-0 here in the Midnight Sun game. Goldpanners coming to bat.
They strain the runner. Bottom first.
Garo Von Dane back here in Fairbanks, Alaska, Growden Memorial Park, home of the Goldpanners. The 118th Midnight Sun game. WG and Eddie Stroker Midnight Sun game. Ed Stroker played in the very first Midnight Sun game in 1906 and many more over the years. His son William was the longtime president of the Alaska Goldpanners, a legendary individual here in Alaska. Goldpanners find themselves trailing before their first at bat. It's 1-zip Monarchs. And Robert Klan on the mound, a 6'3" sophomore from Michigan State. Making his 4th appearance. He has thrown 5 innings so far this summer. And he starts against Alex Garcia, the North Pole, Alaska native from just down the road here, about 20 minutes by car. North Pole is actually a little bit south of Fairbanks. A big tourist stop to see the Santa Claus house and everything. It's always Christmas in North Pole. Light poles and candy cane stripes. Christmas trees in the stores year round. Alex Garcia trying to give the Goldpanners a leadoff base runner here. The 2-1 pitch. Checked his swing, but did he go around? Yes. Oh, he fouled it, 2-2. Garcia will be followed by Rob Matei. Logan Drummond batting 3rd in the Goldpanners batting order. The 2-2 pitch. Checked his swing. Oh, he's called out on strikes. So Garcia goes down looking for the first out. And that'll bring up Rob Matei with 1 out, and the base is empty. Second-year Goldpanner Rob Matei, the senior from Hope International, out of Moreno Valley, California. Chops this one foul. Your home plate umpire tonight is Matt Newman. Over at first base, it's Brandon Johnson. Second base, Sergeant First Class from the Army, Dan Angelo. And Marine, Scott Ginger, over at third base. If you joined us late tonight, you missed the flyover before the game and a magnificent rendition of the national anthem. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Matei loses his bat. And it's 1-2. Rob Matei. Nope, still Rob Matei. Rob batting .355 this year. The next batter was being announced. Rob's like, I didn't strike out. That was just strike 2. Well, now he does. Back-to-back strikeouts for Robert Klan. So Robert in those 3 previous appearances this summer, 5 innings, 2 runs on 3 hits. 6 strikeouts in those 5 innings and 3 walks. He's got 2 strikeouts right out of the gates here. And now Logan Drummond will look to give the Goldpanners a 2-out base runner. 1-zip Michigan Monarchs. They're wearing the white uniforms, the green trim. Goldpanners unveiling their brand new jerseys tonight, the camouflage jerseys with the Goldpanners script across the front. Panners wearing the red caps with a star and 49 in the middle, signifying Alaska as the 49th state. Down low for a ball, it's 1-1 to Logan Drummond. Sophomore from Chico State, California native. His first at bat here in the Midnight Sun game. Hits it to the right side, but getting to it is Casa, spinning, throwing, and getting the out in a 1-2-3 first for Robert Klan. And the Monarchs, after one, lead the Goldpanners 1-0.
Bottom of the first.
Walking down the street on a sunny day, hubba, 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 hubba. A feeling in my bones says I have my way, hubba, 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 hubba. Oh, I'm a happy boy, oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey, yeah, my little dog Spot got hit by a car, hubba, 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 hubba. Put his guts in a box and put him in a drawer, hubba, 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 hubba. Oh, I'm a happy boy, oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. Forgot all about it for a month and a half. Hubba, 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 hubba. I looked in the drawer and started to laugh. Hubba, 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 hubba. 'Cause I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey.
WG and Eddie Stroker Midnight Sun Game, 118th edition here from Fairbanks, Alaska. Garrow Von Dane with you live. Yeah, we're live. The sun's out. And it's 20 minutes past 10 p.m. 1-zip Monarchs as we start the top of the second inning work for the right-hander Keaton Chase from San Jose State. He is facing Tony Hatzigiorgio. Hatzigiorgio, Arbini, and Casas do up 6, 7, and 8 spots in the Monarchs batting order. And Chase falling behind here, 2 balls and no strikes. Keaton still looking to settle in and find his control groove. Walked a couple in that first inning. Surrendered a run on no base hits. There's a strike, 2-1. Tony Hatzigiorgio, a sophomore from Wayne State in Detroit, Michigan. Oxford, Michigan native. 2-1 misses outside. It's 3-1. Monarchs trying to get the leadoff man aboard for the second consecutive inning. This field was built and opened in 1961. Strike called, 3-2. Floods all but destroyed it in 1967 as the Chena River overflowed and flooded most of Fairbanks. It was rebuilt. This turf was installed in the mid-1980s, 85, I believe. This one is grounded towards short where Barango swallows it up, throws across. 1 up and 1 down. Brings up J.J. Arbini, the designated hitter.
Now up to bat for Monarchs, number 18.
The sophomore from Saginaw Valley State out of Jerome, Michigan. This turf has been here since 1985, and general manager of the Goldpanners, John Lorkey, saying before the game that construction will begin on the new turf as soon as this season concludes. I'm going to be, for one, I'm going to be very sad to see this turf go. I've loved this turf and associated it with the Goldpanners and Fairbanks for so long. It's going to be hard to see a change for me, but you know what they say. Me neither. Everything changes, right? 0-2 on Arbini. Lifts one high into center field to his right. Calling for it is Carl Peters to make the catch. 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the second inning. To bring up Steven Casas, the second baseman out of San Jose State, another teammate of Goldpanner right-hander Keaton Chase. That old scoreboard in right field is getting replaced as well. It's happening as we speak. They've been working on all the electronics and getting the new one wired up. It is going to be magnificent. We're hoping it'll be ready before the end of the season. Nothing in one on Casas here in the top of the second. Ball and a strike. Mentioned Bill Stroker, who presided over this team. His years were 1965 until his passing in 2010. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. The team was founded in 1960 by Navy Admiral Red Boucher. The 1-2 chopped foul. Red then turned over the reins in 1964 to Colorado native Don Dennis, who ran this club from 1964 until 2011. Chop towards short, slow roller, barehanded, and there's going to be no play as Barango and Matei ran into each other. But I don't think Barango was going to be able to get that throw in time anyway. That's going to be an infield hit for Casas, but now the bigger concern is Rob Matei injured on the play. He is limping right now, protecting that left ankle, it looks like. And Goldpanner head coach Brett Latchman coming out onto the field, as is trainer Jim Kimball, who's been with the Goldpanners for decades. And Rob Matei is going to be helped off the field. That is a big loss for the Goldpanners here tonight, losing one of their best fielders and hitters. Rob Matei, the third baseman from Hope International, limping off the field with the assistance of a couple of teammates. Not good news for Fairbanks here early in this game. Found out today the Goldpanners have also lost Brandon Chun-Ming, a promising outfielder. He is hurt and will head home. And so some defensive changes now.
Now into the game, playing at second base. It's number 8, Logan Redeman.
So Logan Redeman comes in to play at second base, moving Alex Garcia over to third.
Now into that division, Monarchs is number 8, Mason McGuire.
Oh boy, Panners are going to have to overcome that loss here tonight. Foul back to the wall. So Logan Redeman will be inserted into the 2 spot in the Panner batting order. Nothing in one. Throw to first base with 2 outs. Mason McGuire, the batter, after the infield hit for Casas. Grounded towards third. Garcia, the new third baseman, throws it on the money, and the 5-3 putout of McGuire ends the top of the second. Monarchs leading 1-0 here in Fairbanks.
This game is probably sponsored by United Health Services. Today we gather to not only enjoy America's favorite pastime, but also to celebrate the incredible work being done by the North Star Behavioral Health Systems in the field of psychiatric care and substance use disorder treatment programs. North Star is a leading provider of comprehensive mental health services, offering a range of specialized treatment options, from their acute inpatient and residential treatment center programs for children and adolescents to the Arctic Recovery Detox program. They are committed to helping individuals on their journey to recovery and stabilization. North Star proudly operates the esteemed Chris Kyle Patriots Hospital, a facility dedicated to treating active duty personnel, their dependents, veterans, and first responders. With the steadfast dedication of providing exceptional care and support, North Star Behavioral Health Systems is truly a beacon of hope for those in need. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the game while we applaud the tremendous impact they are making on our community.
Garrow Von Dane back at the 118th annual Midnight Sun Game. The Michigan Monarchs trying to spoil the party here. Long way to go. Bottom of the second inning, and it's a 1-0 lead for Michigan. A beautiful crowd here tonight, a huge contingent. And the weather gods have been kind to us tonight. First pitch is swung on and popped up, and an incredible diving catch by Steven Casas. What a grab to rob Ratfield of what could have been an infield base hit up the first base line. Casas fully outstretched. Great play. And Ratfield is out number one. And now Tyler Stone, Goldpanner first baseman from Iowa Western. Stone batting .229, has a couple of home runs this year. Panners looking for their first base runner against Robert Klan. Ball and a strike to Stone. The first Midnight Sun game back in 1906 was the Eagles Club against the California Bar. Fairbanks founded in the late 1800s, and the gold rush obviously helped it. There's actually 2 gold rushes here. And all those miners would get together and play baseball whenever possible, and started the Midnight Sun game tradition. New piece of lumber for Ty Stone. The Goldpanners took over the tradition in 1960 with their inception, played the North Range All-Stars until 1963 when they started importing out-of-state opponents, the first being the Wichita, Kansas Dreamliners. Never is artificial lighting permitted in the Midnight Sun game. There are lights here, but they haven't functioned in many years. And a chopper towards first. It's snagged by Hatzigiorgio, who will step on the bag. 5 up and 5 down for Robert Klan so far. Brings up Carl Peters with 2 away in the bottom of the second. At the closest half inning to midnight, we will pause for the traditional singing of the Alaska flag song. We do not want to go to bed before that, that's for sure. You want to watch the whole game, but you definitely want to stay up for that. Jumping ahead of Carl Peters is Robert Klan for strike 1. Bases empty and 2 away in the Goldpanner half of the second. Check swing. Did he go? They say no, he did not. Carl Peters batting .333 so far. Carl Peters, a sophomore from the College of San Mateo out of Littleton, Colorado. Takes down low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Panners trying to get somebody on base here in the second inning. Should Peters do the job, it'll be Jackson Frankovich due up. Strike 3 call. Now 1, 2, 3 second for Clan. Go to the third. It's 1-0 Monarchs.
Baseball fans, make sure you mark down Friday, July 7th on your calendars from the one and only Philly Fanatic, Major League Baseball's funniest mascot. Speaking of mascots, who's out there at third base? Looks like, is that Happy Boy trying to be third base? What's going on over there? What's going on? Yeah, hug it out there, Happy Boy. Please don't get another Happy Boy. You'll see him at the 7th inning stretch.
Garrel Von Dane here in Fairbanks. A beautiful night for baseball on the longest day of the year. The sun will officially set at 12:48 a.m. A couple hours yet away from that. But for our purposes, it'll set a little bit sooner, quite a bit sooner actually, because it drops behind the hills to the north. It'll get a little dark here, it will, especially if the clouds return. It's tough to see later in the night. Monarchs leading 1-0. Everybody wants to have that lead before it gets too dark. The hitters can't see the baseball anymore. Although it goes for the fielders too. Top of the order, Jake Dresselhaus walked, stole 2 bags, and scored in the first inning. And he takes ball 1 from Keaton Chase, the right-hander from San Jose State. In 2001, the Goldpanners won the Midnight Sun game in walk-off fashion when the winning run scored from third base on a pass ball that just went straight past the catcher who couldn't see the baseball. High chop to the mound. Chase plays it, spins, throws, gets. Dresselhaus at first. Good play for the Goldpanner right-hander.
Now it's back to the Monarchs. Number 1.
Sensational Midnight Sun game a year ago when the San Diego Waves were in town. The Panners looked like they were cruising. They were up 8-4 in the 7th inning, but the Waves came storming back. They rallied, took the lead in the top of the 9th. But the Panners tied it in the bottom of the 9th inning and then walked it off in the 10th. Brock Rudy, the game-winning base hit. Silas Butler flew out to center in his first plate appearance. Bats here with 1 out and the bases empty, and the Monarchs leading 1-0. Happy Boy made an appearance between innings on the field. We'll see him again at the 7th inning stretch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. '18 was another marvelous finish to a Midnight Sun game when Niles Nygaard hit the walk-off bomb over the left field fence into the night sky. So Panners won in a thriller. Strike 3 called. 2 strikeouts now for Keaton Chase. Maybe he's finding his groove. Cooper Vance will be the batter.
Cooper Vance.
drove in the game's only run with a ground out to short, scoring Dresselhaus. That first inning, Dresselhaus walked, stole second, stole third, and then came in on that Vance ground out. Swung on and hit into shallow center field, and Peters is there to make the catch. A 1-2-3 third for Keaton Chase. The Monarchs lead it 1-0.
Now to bat for your Buccaneers, number 1 of the third inning, number 15, Jackson.
118th WG and Eddie Stroker Midnight Sun Game from Fairbanks, Alaska, about 150 miles south of the Arctic Circle on the longest day of the year. We'll play right through midnight. If this game lasts long enough, it's starting to go pretty fast. And a slicer in the shallow left, but another diving grab by the Monarchs. This time it's Cooper Vance. Flesh and leather tonight of the Monarchs. Frankovich robbed of a base hit this time. Panners looking for their first base runner of the game. I see our old friend Jordan Rodenberger down in the stands. Doing, he used to be the PannerVision guy to my side. He's now a sportscaster down in Anchorage. A little bee just flew in here into the press box and looks like he's going home. I didn't realize we had a bee's home here in front of me. It's not disconcerting at all. 2-0 pitch, misses 3-0 now on Smelko with 1 out and nobody on. Robert Klan, 7 up, 7 down. He's been helped by some nice defensive plays, but he hasn't needed a whole lot of help. Taking all the way, it's a strike to Smelko. Eric batting .278 on the summer. The junior from Cal State Dominguez Hills. Swings and hits this one high into right field. Butler drifting just to his right and will make the catch for out number 2. Ty Barango with 2 outs and the base is empty now. Out of the 9 spot, Barango struggling at the plate so far this year, 162. Redshirt freshman from Coastal Carolina. He's from San Mateo, California. I mentioned the tenure of Don Dennis here. So many years and so much success, 6 national championships, over 200 players that went on to the major leagues, more than 1,200 players drafted who wore the Goldpanner uniform. 125 of those were drafted in the first round. Ball and 2 strikes on Barango in the 9 spot. Panners trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Down low, ball 2. Popped into the seats. Panners had a bunch of stars in the 1960s, including Dave Kingman, Tom Seaver, who played a couple of summers up here, Dave Winfield in the early 70s, Bob Boone back in the 60s, 1968 a Goldpanner, his son Brett also a Goldpanner. A 2-2 popped high and out of play up the right field side. Then in the 70s, you had Steve Camp. Mentioned Dave Winfield already, 71 and 72. A lot of great players. The tradition just went on and on for many years. Thought he had strike 3, but it's called ball 3. 3-2 now on Barango with Alex Garcia due up at the top of the order. Payoff pitch. Swung on, hit towards 3rd. Vincent has it. Across the diamond just in time. Great work for Robert Klan so far. He has not allowed a base runner through 3. Monarchs by 1.
Do you want to run the bases in the middle of the next inning? If you are 12 and under, please make your way over to the first base side of the field to meet with Gabby and John for an opportunity to run the bases in a half inning. Please make your way over to the first base side. This is only for kids, not adults. I'll see you adults standing over there.
Midnight sun game from beautiful Fairbanks, Alaska on the longest day of the year. And the Michigan Monarchs have a 1-0 lead through 3 innings. We go to the top of the 4th. There's 1 base hit combined. That was an infield hit for Steven Casas in the 2nd inning. But the Monarchs got on the board in the 1st. After the leadoff man walked, Dresselhaus stole 2 bags and then scored on a ground out to short from Cooper Vance. And that's why they lead it here 1-0. That one is roped towards 3rd. Garcia on a hop. On the money. Lasso retired 5-3. Alex Garcia's over at 3rd base now. Rob Matei, who started at 3rd, was injured when he and Barango ran into each other trying to field a ground ball. It wasn't the impact, I don't think, but when they made contact, Matei's ankle went funny. Or not so funny, and he's being tended to in the training room now. Big loss for the Goldpanners on both sides of the ball. Garcia then went from 2nd to 3rd, and Logan Redeman took over at 2nd base coming into the game. Here's the 1-ball pitch. Swung on and fouled back by Vinson, who struck out swinging in the first inning. Hey, everybody, get involved in our YouTube chats on the PannerVision page. We'd love to hear from wherever you're tuning in from. People all over the world watching Goldpanners baseball, especially tonight. Lloyd Sapanza jumping in. Orioles fan, yep, that was Happy Boy on the field. Showing up a bit early. Ball and 2 strikes on Vinson with Hatzigiorgio to follow. King Dirks is high. Thomas Dennis tuned in. What's up, Tommy boy? The grandson of the aforementioned Don Dennis, who grew up here at the ballpark, quite literally. Hope you're well, Tommy boy. The 2-2 up and in. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. PannerVision began in 2001 under the guidance of Todd Dennis, the son of Don Dennis, and the father of Tommy Boy. Todd invented these live games on the web before anybody was doing it. I mean, anybody. You couldn't watch games on the internet in 2001 except for Goldpanner games. Now Chris Carlson manning the controls. And doing a marvelous job, is he not? It's ball 4 on a payoff pitch. Vinson walks. 3rd walk issued by starting pitcher Keaton Chase of the Goldpanners. And a 1-out base runner for the Monarchs brings up Tony Hatzigiorgio. All the extra stands brought in for tonight's game. John Huff helping us out, Alaska Universal Productions. John Huff, former Goldpanner president, still helping us out. So many people that put in serious time with the Goldpanners, helping this product on the field and off. 4-6-3 double play, nicely done by the Goldpanners. And they're out of the 4th inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. 1-zip Monarchs.
Then the last call for kids 12 and under to meet over by the first base side. They will be running at the end of this inning.
So it's out in the open now.
These 2 teams will be playing 3 more games in the span of 3 days. Tomorrow they will play a 6:30 p.m. start time. On Friday they will have a 7 p.m. start time, and on Saturday they will have a matinee match at a 2 p.m. start time.
Goldpanners baseball here on PannerVision, 2023 midnight sun game from Fairbanks, Alaska. And the visiting Michigan Monarchs with a 1-0 lead. A Catholic-sponsored club. They started the day batting .270 as a team, and it had an earned run average of 6.89 as a staff, but right now, a perfect game through 3 for Robert Klan, who starts the 4th with 2 balls and no strikes, to Alex Garcia at the top of the order. Garcia, who plays at Butte College in Chico, California, under former Goldpanner head coach Anthony Farrow. Farrow coached the Goldpanners 2 years ago. And then his assistant, Mark Lindsay, the pitching coach, took over as the head man last year. What's up, Mark? He's tuned in. And hello to all of last year's coaches, Jake Taylor and Marcus Mastroboni. Miss you, boys. Oh, to be in Tacoma again. Three balls and a strike. And Garcia draws the base on balls. And one of the best base runners on the team reaches with nobody out. That's the first base runner for the Goldpanners. Can they break through on Robert Klan? Logan Redeman's first at bat since entering the game after Matei was injured. Redeman now the second baseman. And a strike is called. Freshman from San Diego, out of Palmdale, California, 6'1". Also pitches. And it's 1-1. So far, Alex Garcia staying put. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Now Garcia dances. They got him picked up, but the throw gets away. Garcia to second on his way to third. Hansa Giorgio finally tracks down the ball, but Garcia standing at third base. The throw is low. They had him picked off, and just watching that runner dancing, knowing you have him picked off, might have messed up Klan a little bit on the throw as he flinched a little bit. Threw it off the mark. Garcia all the way over to third. Stolen base, E1. Popped out of play. Well, Redeman can bring the tying run in a multitude of ways. The 1-2. Swung on, hit fair inside the third base bag. Redeman on his way to second, and he will head first, slide in safely as Garcia scores easily, and the Goldpanners have tied the game here in the fourth inning. RBI double for Logan Redeman, paying dividends shortly after entering the game. He's got himself a Midnight Sun Game RBI. And now Logan Drummond. We got a new ball game, friends. 1-1. Logan Drummond grounded out to second in his first at bat. Panners finally making some noise against Klan after he was perfect through three. Pop back and over the seats. First Goldpanner hit of the game, ties it up here in the fourth. Smashed into the gap in right center by Drummond. Redeman around third. He will score. Drummond on his way to second and will hold up with a double. Back-to-back doubles for the Goldpanners by the Logans. Panners lead it 2-1 here in the fourth. Well, this game has changed quickly, hasn't it? Now the battery mates will talk things over. Donovan Ratfield out of the cleanup spot. Can drive in another Goldpanner run. Still nobody out here in the fourth. Second time through the order, Panners might have figured some things out. So third base coach, Carlos Gonzalez, finally getting to windmill the arm over at third base.
Behind the grandstand, heads up. At the roof.
Baseball hitting the roof here in the press box. Some of us were here late last night doing some final prep around the ballpark. It was a gorgeous night here. After the game, it was cloudy most of the game, and then the sun came out after. It's beautiful here tonight. The 0-2, and it's popped up. Playable, calling for it is Casas, and he will make the catch. Ratfield out number 1. A high pop fly off the bat of Ratfield. And now Tyler Stone will try to drive another Goldpanner run in. Stone grounded out to first in the second inning. Takes ball 1. I was talking to Don Dennis earlier today on the phone. He was telling me about that 1984 game that I brought up last night in the Midnight Sun Classic. As the 1-ball pitch comes to Stone and takes a strike. In 1984, the Taiwanese team came here. And none of them spoke English. They had a local interpreter. The 1-1 swung on and popped out of play. It's 1-2 on Stone. And it was, the game was getting ready to start, the Midnight Sun game. And they had just discovered, the Taiwanese team this is, what the Midnight Sun game actually was. That they were going to be playing through midnight without lights. And they protested immediately and said, we're not doing that. And it's popped up and it'll find the seats. They were saying, we're not playing this game. We're not playing a game without lights at midnight. It's ridiculous. They were talked into it. The umpires said, you know, you can, the weather will be fine. Let's just play 7 innings. We'll play 7 innings. So they finally agreed. All right, we'll play 7 innings. And then meanwhile, 7th inning rolls around. The Taiwanese team is leading 2-1. The 7th inning comes to an end, and they're walking off the field, but the sun had come out. So then the umpire said, well, let's play on. We've got sunny skies. And they said, nope, and left the field, and that was it. A lot of weird ones in the Midnight Sun game, not just one of them. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He gets Stone swinging for the second out. 2 runs are in, but they had Drummond at second with nobody out. And now there are 2 outs. And it's up to Carl Peters to bring in Drummond from second base. Carl Peters struck out looking to end the second inning. The Panners have scored twice and lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. They'll throw to second, and it's a lollipop that is caught. Runner back safely. And Vance had to go well behind second base to catch that one. Maybe the Panners want to get Clan to throw some more over to the bases. Way outside for a ball on Peters. You old timers, do you remember Bill the Spaceman Lee? He was a Goldpanner. And he lost his start in the Midnight Sun game in 1967, but it ate him up forever, so he came back at the age of 61 to start the Midnight Sun game in 2008 and won. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Popped a few beers before the game, one out. No big, just wins the Midnight Sun game at age 61. The 2-1 pitch to Peters. Couldn't hold his swing, it's 2-2. Runner at second base, 2 away, 2 runs are in. The 2-2 delivery from Clan. Oh. And again, Peters is rung up on a suspect strike to end the 4th inning, but the Panners score twice and now lead it 2-1 through 4.
All right, looks like we got a whole bunch of kids that are going to be running this.
Is the Fairbanks native Andrew Trotman out of Clark College in Ottawa, the sophomore Andrew Trotman. 6'3" right-hander, takes the mound here in the Midnight Sun game in front of his hometown fans. And he steps into a very hot kitchen. The bases are loaded for the Waves with 1 out. Andrew Trotman making...
Yeah, you got to back up. All right, on the count of 3, we're going to release the children. All right, we got our last couple of them. Come on, kids, we don't have all night. I know it's past your bedtime. All right, on the count of 3, 3, 2, 1, go! This home plate cleaning is probably sponsored by...
That was awesome. So many kids running the bases. It's always entertaining, but especially on a night like tonight when there's so many people here. And lots of kids every night. If you don't follow us the rest of the season, you're missing out. We've had some great games this year. We always have great crowds. I mean, this is special, of course, tonight, but we've had some wonderful crowds this summer. And a lot of fun baseball here on PannerVision. This is my last game of this homestand. Ken Viermeyer will take over for me the rest of this series, and I will rejoin you all
inside Growden Memorial Park. If you do need to smoke,
in British Columbia.
Smoking outside the ticket booth and 50 feet away from the field. Thank you for your cooperation.
I'm 50 feet away from the field.
Now into that for the Michigan Monarchs here in the top of the 5th inning is number 18, J.J. Ardini.
Goldpanners lead it here 2-1 as we start the 5th inning of the William and Eddie Stroker Midnight Sun Game from Fairbanks, Alaska. It's starting to get a little darker here. That one is hit hard down the left field line. Will it stay fair? No. It hooks foul.
That foul ball is
It is 9 minutes past 11 p.m. Still light here in Fairbanks. It will be all night. Sun will officially set at 12:48, come back up at 2:58. Thank you, Rodney, bringing us refreshments. Rampart Rodney. Nothing in 2. Keaton Chase working into the 5th inning here in the Midnight Sun Game. Starting against J.J. Ardini. Number 18, the designated hitter, Ardini. I chatted a bit with his dad before the game tonight. He was really looking forward to this game, seeing what it was all about. He ignored all footage and coverage of the game. He wanted to just see it all firsthand without knowing a whole lot about it. He did some research, but didn't watch any highlights or anything. And here watching his son play baseball in the Midnight Sun Game tonight. The 2-2 from Chase is up high for ball 3. The Monarchs took a 1-0 lead in the first. A leadoff walk, couple of stolen bases, a ground out brought in the run. Panners pick up 2 in the bottom of the 4th to take the lead. Panners did not have a base runner until that 4th inning. Leadoff walk opened the door, then back-to-back doubles. One's popped over our heads. Redeman doubled in the first run. That was Garcia who scored, and then Logan Drummond followed with a double to score Redeman. Beer garden is packed everywhere in the ballpark. Full tonight. Another massive crowd. Somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 people, in all likelihood.
Now to that for the Monarchs.
The walk to Ardini, a leadoff walk. The 4th walk issued by Keaton Chase, and a right-hander getting loose in the Goldpanner bullpen. This is probably the last inning for Keaton Chase. Strike called on Casas, who had an infield hit in the 2nd inning. That is the only base hit for the Monarchs tonight. Toss to first base, the runner back safely. We have to mention one of the greatest Goldpanners of all time. He did not play professionally, but Sean Timmons, a Fairbanks native who pitched for so many years here. He went 3-0 in Midnight Sun games, also has a save. His 2005 Midnight Sun game jersey hangs in Major League Baseball's Hall of Fame. The 1-2 to Casas with a runner at first and nobody out. Foul back to the netting. I mentioned some of those 60s and 70s Goldpanners. In the 80s, oh boy. The 1980 team had 14 future major leaguers, including Harold Reynolds, Kevin McReynolds, Alvin Davis. Or rather, the 83 team, I'm sorry, had the 14 future major leaguers. The 80 team, yes, did have Reynolds, McReynolds, and Davis. They were the NBC champs That 83 team had Barry Bonds. Yep, that one. Dennis Cook, Joe McGrain, Shane Mack, Odeby McDowell, Mark Davis, all major leaguers. The 2-2. Upstairs, ball 3 on Casas. Brett Boone was here in 1988. Tom Goodwin stole 48 bases here in the summer of 1987 before he went on to a big league career. There goes the runner from first, and it's popped up high, foul territory, and running out of room is Stone. Some more recent Goldpanners. Brendan Ryan played in the major leagues for a bunch of years. The Mariners and other teams. Cardinals. Came up through the Cardinals system, rocketed through the minors. Alex Vesia, Dodgers pitcher, threw in the Midnight Sun game. Scotty Hurst, who reached the big leagues with the Cardinals. He was a Goldpanner in 2014, fresh out of high school. There goes the runner again. And ball 4 said he did not go, so back-to-back walks. And 2 aboard with nobody out for the Monarchs here in the 5th. The right-hander in the bullpen lifts his cap to say he's ready. And now a visit to the mound by Goldpanner pitching coach Jack Gonzalez. And we'll see if the Goldpanners make a change here. Keaton Chase has walked 3 of the last 4 batters he's faced. Struggled with his control in the first inning, then got it together second and third. In the 4th, a 1-out walk before the double play ended the inning, and now back-to-back walks to open the 5th. He's given up just 1 base hit, an infield hit. But now 5 walks issued. And the Panners are going to make the call to the bullpen. Pitching change coming up at Growden. It's 2-1 Panners, but the Monarchs threatening in the 5th.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause. The starting pitcher, number 18, Keaton Chase. Alaska Goldpanner fans, this call to the bullpen is proudly sponsored by Papa Lomo Supply Company. Now pitching for your Alaska Goldpanners is number 40, Daniel Sotelo.
The new pitcher into the game for the Goldpanners is the left-hander, number 40, Daniel Sotelo. Daniel Sotelo, a sophomore from Gonzaga, 5'10" southpaw from Phoenix, Arizona. In relief of Keaton Chase, who goes 4+. Sotelo enters the game with 2 aboard and nobody out. The Goldpanners leading 2-1 in the top of the 5th. Mason McGuire, the batter, shows bunt, takes ball 1 high. Sotelo, so far this summer, 5 innings, 1 run on 3 base hits. Walks to Arbini and Casas have the Monarchs in business. McGuire grounded out to third in his first plate appearance. Creeping in from first is Ty Stone, and he fouls that bunt off. It's 1-1 to Mason McGuire, the junior from Wayne State, the Wayne State Warriors. And it's upstairs for ball 2. Got to be careful here. McGuire's just trying to get the sack bunt down. You don't want to walk him. It's 2-1. The battery mates talk things over momentarily. A couple other recent Goldpanners who went to the major leagues. I want to mention John Schreiber from the 2015 team, pitcher. Not sure where he is now. He was with the Tigers and Red Sox. Here's the 2-1, and it's high for ball 3. And 2014 Goldpanner pitcher Tyler McGill is in the starting rotation for the New York Mets. Over 200 major leaguers who wore the Goldpanner uniform. Here's the 3-1. Oh, strike called. McGuire didn't like the call. Caught the low part of the strike zone, shall we say. Mason McGuire now has a 3-2 count. Will he be swinging away? Sotelo's pitch, it's popped back and out of play. After McGuire, it'll be the top of the order, Jake Dresselhaus. Garrow Von Dane here in Fairbanks at 11:21 p.m. Sotelo's 3-2 delivery. Grounded to third. Garcia will step on the bag, throw across. Stone can't make the play, it was in the dirt. The runner goes to third, but it goes to nobody. Backing up the play, throwing home, and they'll make the tag, unbelievably. It looked like that one was going to go towards the dugout, but Barango backing up the play saves the day. Gets a butt slap from Sotelo, and they throw out the runner. It turns into a double play. How do you like that? That was a weird one. Well, it's a fielder's choice, and then the error. Down and in for a ball, it's 2-0 to Dresselhaus. 5-9. 6-2. Two-ball pitch called a strike. 2 outs now. Still a runner at second base. The Monarchs had 2 on with nobody out when Sotelo came in, and now he's trying to finish off the inning and keep the Monarchs off the board here in the 5th. Dresselhaus takes down low 3-1. This press box that we're sitting in was built in 1967 after those floods fouled off. It looks and feels like it was built in 1967. The first year we did the flyover a few years ago before the Midnight Sun game, we were hoping that the press box would withstand the force that it has. Much to our delight. Here's the 3-2 runner on the move, and it's ball 4. So now runners at the corners. As McGuire takes third, and Dresselhaus
Now to bat for the Monarchs, number 1, Silas Butler.
draws the base on balls. 3 walks in the inning. No runs yet in the inning for the Monarchs, but Silas Butler will try to change that. The Goldpanners leading by 1. It's 2-1 here in the top of inning number 5. Henry Cole managing the scoreboard and point streak. Doing the stats. Toss to first base, runner staying put. Silas Butler is 0 for 2 in the game. This is the 3rd batter faced for Daniel Sotelo. Strike called, it's 0-1. A left-hander taking over on the mound for Keaton Chase, who went 4+. Book still open on him right now. Down low, ball and a strike. The 1-1 delivery with runners at the corners, swing and a miss, 1 and 2. The dimensions here, I'd like to add, are 315 down the left field line. Down the right field side, it's 328. 410 in center. It's deep out there to center field. Don't see too many home runs clear the batter's eye, which features the Alaska flag on it, the Big Dipper with the North Star. We will have the singing of the Alaska flag song at the closest half inning to midnight. That's in about 33 minutes. You want to be here for that. There goes the runner from first on a pitch inside. Panners thought they had strike 3. And it's 2-2 as the crowd lets Matt Newman hear about it. The home plate umpire for tonight's Midnight Sun game. Now 2 runners in scoring position. First base open, and the 2-2 pitch to Butler is on the way. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out, and Sotelo is pumped up. The Monarchs, 3 walks in the inning and do not score. We've played half a ball game. It's 2-1 Goldpanners.
New pitcher into the game for the Alaska Goldpanners of Fairbanks is the Fairbanks native, Andrew Troutman. Out of Clark College in Ottawa, the sophomore Andrew Troutman, 6'3" right-hander, takes the mound here in the Midnight Sun game in front of his hometown fans. And he steps into a very hot kitchen. The bases are loaded for the Waves with 1 out. Andrew Troutman making his 5th appearance. He has thrown a total of 7 innings, giving up just 1 run. Gets the honor of pitching here in the Midnight Sun game in a big situation. deals a strike to Zuba. It has been a tight but consistent strike zone tonight. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. The lights are on in the press box, but they will not turn on outside the press box. The 1-2 pitch from Trotman to Zuba. Gets him swinging. Second out. On the longest day of the year, the summer solstice on June 21st. And we're playing baseball in Fairbanks. Just misses inside it.
Such a beautiful night here in Fairbanks. Glad you can join us on PannerVision. Get involved on the YouTube chat. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the PannerVision page there. We love all of our subscribers. We welcome all the Monarchs viewers, our loyal Goldpanner viewers, and everybody else tuned in, checking out their first midnight sun game, or maybe they've seen a whole bunch of them. Another good one here tonight. It's 2-1 Goldpanners, and Fairbanks batting here in the bottom of the fifth. Jackson Frankovich leading off here in the fifth inning. Out of the 7 spot, he'll be followed by Smelko and Barango. And he hits this one into right center field for a base hit. Frankovich 1 for 2 and a leadoff single for the Goldpanners. Looking for a little insurance here in the fifth inning. I mentioned it before. You want to have the lead as it gets darker. Harder to see that baseball. Smelko. And a strike called. I mentioned earlier all the people who put so much work off the field for the Goldpanners. Run by General Manager John Lorkey, President Abe Siddall, who does so much and also makes all that amazing merchandise that flies off the shelves here. Our good friend Abe and his wife Fabi, who also helps out in every possible way here at Growden. Abe and Fabi got married here on the field, one of the best weddings, if not the best I've ever been to, just a few years ago.
That's another foul ball going to the parking lot.
Got married at home plate.
Can confirm that that foul ball did not hurt any cars.
0-2 to Smelko with a runner at first and nobody out. Fifth inning of work for starting pitcher Robert Klan.
Looks like they're trying to start the wave over there. Pay attention, fans.
Out of Michigan State. He retired the first 9 batters of the game and ran into trouble in the 4th inning when the Panners scored twice, a couple of doubles and a walk.
Keep it going, man.
They're doing the wave here at Growden.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, first base side.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit high into shallow center field. Dresselhaus a couple of steps in will look up and make the catch. Take care of Smelko. 1 up, 1 down with the runner at first for Ty Barango. What a play defensively for Barango, backing up the wild throw and throwing out a runner at home. Barango backing up in front of the Panner dugout, much to the surprise of the base runner Casas, who thought that ball was going into the dugout. Instead, Barango threw him out. First pitch called a strike on Barango, who grounded out to third in his first plate appearance. We got another one for you tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. We'll start a lot earlier tomorrow against these Monarchs. Swing and a miss on a big breaker. From Robert Klan. Again, the Panners have won 47 Midnight Sun games and lost just 14. That one's in the dirt, it rolls away. And catcher Olasso. And the runner goes to second. On the wild pitch. Marengo now, an opportunity to bring another Goldpanner run in. Our good friend Stacy, perhaps the Goldpanner MVP behind the scenes, likes to stay behind the scenes, so we're just, she's like Madonna, just one name, Stacy. Stacy, Chris Carlson and I hanging signs out behind the press box around midnight last night. The brand new, and a strike 3 is called on Barango. Brand new WG and Eddie Stroker Midnight Sun Game banner. Top of the order for Alex Garcia, a local North Pole native. Walked and scored in the 4th inning. First Goldpanner run of the game. They'll try to drive one in here with Frankovich at second base and 2 away in the bottom of the 5th, and the Panners leading by 1. Klan misses inside for a ball. Garcia was a Goldpanner last year. He gets to start the Midnight Sun game this year. Monarchs, after this series, they're going to head south a little ways and play some of the Alaska League teams, including the Matsu Miners and the Kenai Peninsula Oilers. Here's the 2-0. Panners used to play in the Alaska League, have played in that league on and off over the years, but are now an independent, have been for quite some time. Two balls and a strike to Garcia. Nicely squared by catcher Olasso, and it's strike 2. "23 minutes before midnight. Two outs, runner at second, and the 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. That's it for the Goldpanners here in the 5th, but they lead it 2-1.
We head to the top of the 6th. The score, the Alaska Goldpanners 2, Michigan Monarchs 1. Alaska baseball fans, we have some very special guests that are now walking through the concourse at this time. We would like to invite the 4 pilots that participated and flew in the flyover. We'd like to welcome Tony Bullet Smith, Nicholas Hydra Villanueva, Steven Magna Trojan, and Alice Joshette Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your pilots. We had to drive all the way from Eielson just to come to this game outstanding, and thank you for that wonderful flyover. There we are at the bandstand. Attention baseball fans, if you drive a Highlander and you've lost your keys, you can claim your Highlander keys at the merchandise booth. Again, you can go to the merchandise booth if you've lost your Highlander keys. Thank you. Now up to bat for the Michigan Monarchs here in the top of the sixth inning. It's number 6, Cooper Vance.
Cooper Vance leads off the top of the sixth inning. Goldpanners leading 2-1. The 118th annual Midnight Sun Game live from Fairbanks, Alaska. Yeah, we are live playing under the natural glow of the midnight sun just 20 minutes before midnight. Second inning of work for Daniel Sotelo, the left-hander from Gonzaga. And he misses on 3 straight pitches to Cooper Vance, who's 0 for 2, but does have an RBI. He drove in the lone Monarchs run back in the first inning. It's still just 1 hit for Michigan. An infield single for Stephen Casas in the second inning. This is the second inning of work for Daniel Sotelo. It's 3-1 on Cooper Vance. Up high, ball 4. He walks the leadoff runner in the top of the sixth inning of a 1-run game.
Now to bat for the Monarchs.
It's the third time in the game Goldpanner pitchers have walked the leadoff batter of an inning. Give it up for Bam Bam Burnley on cameras tonight. Matt Sandy watching back in Columbus, Ohio. It's early there. And now Brett Latchman's going to come out to the mound. So talk to Daniel Sotelo, maybe just to settle him down as Sotelo falls behind a ball and no strikes on Makana Olaso, big catcher for the Monarchs. Runner at first base and nobody out. Brett Latchman, the son of Marcel Latchman, nephew of Renee Latchman, both former big league coaches. Yes, Martin Felsenfeld on the YouTube chat. This is the live Midnight Sun Game in Alaska. Runner stays put, but it's 2-0 now. Getting a little darker here, but overall, great weather tonight for the Midnight Sun Game. A lot of rain today, on and off throughout the afternoon. Here's the 3-0, right there for a strike. 3-1 now. Swung on, hit sharply to short. Nice play to field it, but he couldn't pick it up to throw to second, but thought he had Olaso at first, but Olaso hustles it out. Barango, nice job to field that ball, but then he couldn't get it out of the glove. Fielder's choice and an error. And the Monarchs in business again here in the 6th inning with 2 aboard and nobody out for Cale Vinson. Strikeout and a walk so far. This is still the first time through the order for Sotelo, and the bunt is fouled off. Looking to sacrifice here in this 1-run game as we start to get late. Vinson awaits the 1-strike offering from Sotelo. Stone creeps in from first, and it's way up high for a ball, 1-1. Squares around, takes high again. Sotelo just might be a little fired up. Needs to settle in a little bit. Just breathe, young man. Hatzigiorgio on deck. And now the 2-1. And he bunts that one foul. It's 2-2. I'm going to bring a pinch runner in now over at first base. So that's all for Olaso. So the Monarchs will have a new catcher. And the 2-2, well outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's Luke Johnson running for Olaso. And now the payoff. Swung on, hit towards third. Garcia is going to chase the runner back to the bag. That will be the only out the Panners get, but a very big out, number 1. Nice play by Alex Garcia. It was 5 unassisted. Vinson reaches on the fielder's choice. To second goes Johnson. And now a double play gets you out of the inning. Tony Hatzigiorgio. Oh for 2. Again, the Monarchs with just 1 base hit so far in the game. Keaton Chase started for Fairbanks, went 4+, giving up just the 1 run on 1 base hit. Struck out 2, walked 5, but battled well. Chop towards second. Redeman on to first for out number 2. Both runners move up 90 feet. And it's up to J.J. Arbini for the Monarchs. 0 for 1 with a walk so far. Daniel Sotelo pitched himself out of a jam in the 5th inning. Can he do it again here in the 6th? Strike called. No one has left this game, and why would you? Don't go to bed on us out there in PannerVision land. Could be headed for another great finish. It's been a good ball game so far. Here's the 0-1. Pop back and out of play.
Heads up, Undershade Dice Systems. Heads up. Another foul ball brought to you by the Goldpanners.
Casas would bat if Arbini extends the inning. So we stopped the game at the closest half inning to midnight to sing the Alaska flag song. We're 11 minutes before 12. Not sure if they'll do that after this half inning or the next. 0-2 on Arbini. Takes a ball 1-2. Sophomore from Saginaw Valley State. Still the first time through the order for Sotelo. And the 1-2. Popped high, and this will go into the stands.
Heads up, kids.
And another Midnight Sun Game souvenir. And a fierce battle for that baseball. One and two. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Hit towards second, a leaping grab by Redeman. Sotelo gets out of another one and preserves this 2-1 Goldpanner lead. Headed to the bottom of the 6th.
Look up to the press box. Everybody at the beer garden, look up at the press box for a photo op. Hi, guys. First base side, how are you doing tonight? Third base side, how are you doing tonight? Grandstand, how are you doing tonight? Pitching change for the Michigan Monarchs. Now pitching for the Monarchs is number 34, Nolan Higgins. Also, defensive substitution for the Michigan Monarchs. Now catching for the Monarchs is number 26, Zacharias Salinas. Or Zacharias Salinas.
Garrow Von Dane here at the 118th WG and Eddie Stroker Midnight Sun baseball game, live from Fairbanks, Alaska, for the longest day of the year. Hate to break it to you, friends, but starting tomorrow, the days get shorter. We'll leave that for tomorrow, though. Boy, do they get short in Fairbanks in the wintertime. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And the new pitcher into the game for the Monarchs, number 14, Nolan Higgins, another Michigan State product, sophomore, 6'4", 200-pound right-hander. Nolan Higgins from Wixom, Michigan. 2 balls and a strike on Logan Redeman. Swinging a foul tip. It's 2-2. So that's all for Robert Klan, who goes 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. on 3 base hits. Reaches down, rolls one, third base line, long throw, not in time, and an infield base hit for Logan Redeman. Good hustle up the line. And that is the 4th Goldpanner hit of the game. Just 5 total hits tonight, and we're in the bottom of the 6th. Just 1 hit for the Monarchs. We had 11 hits last night. Panners love some insurance here, especially as it gets darker. Logan Drummond, 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Both Goldpanner runs coming in the 4th inning. RBIs for Redeman and Drummond. Redeman has reached here on a base hit to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Now Drummond bats, having a 1 for 2 night so far. Ratfield to follow. Zacharias Salinas, the new catcher for the Monarchs. Sophomore from Grand Rapids. Scoreboard lights awful bright now as it gets darker here. Forever, these competitors will talk about playing a baseball game at midnight without artificial lighting in Fairbanks, Alaska on the solstice. An unforgettable experience for players and fans alike. Way outside. Nolan Higgins, the new pitcher. They've gone with 2 Michigan State dealers, have the Monarchs tonight. 3-1. And he walks him. The first 2 batters have reached safely for the Goldpanners here in the 6th inning. You can follow the Goldpanners on all the usual social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, a lot of pictures up on the Instagram page. You have to check out the Goldpanner TikTok page that McKinley does. It's some awesome work. And the Goldpanners are on Twitter at Real Goldpanners. You can follow me on Twitter at Voice of G-Man. I'll get more active with the Twitter when we get down to British Columbia. I always try to get the lineups, and I always post the broadcast link before the game at Voice of G-Man. Donovan Ratfield. Big chance here for the Panners. 2 on, nobody out at the bottom of the 6th, trying to extend this 1-run lead. Looks like the mosquitoes are on the field. Players waving in front of their faces. They can come out and force. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Off-speed pitch from Higgins. A lot of history at this park. I've mentioned it on prior broadcasts. The outfield fence, the plywood, was from the crates that carried the Alaska pipeline up here when they were building it in the 1970s. They are brittle at this point. There's the 2-2. Skipped in the dirt. Good stop by the new catcher, Salinas. Everybody has to stay put. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Ratfield with Stone to follow. Ratfield 0 for 2 in the game. Hits one to right for a base hit. Redeman will be held at third as the ball comes in quickly from the right fielder Butler. Good move by Carlos Gonzalez to hold the runners. But the bases are now loaded with nobody out for Ty Stone. And the big guy, number 37, with 2 home runs on the year, it's got to be going through his mind, doesn't it? Who wouldn't want a Midnight Sun grand slam? We'll settle for a base hit. Ty Stone 0 for 2 in the game. Takes down low for ball 1. Ty went 0 for 3 last night, or 0 for 5 rather. It's getting hard for me to see up here. Chopper over the mound, that'll score a run. And they do get the out at second base, but that's just the first out of the inning. Close play at second. The shortstop Vance able to make the tag of the runner, but the Panners take a 3-1 lead at 12 o'clock.
Now let's get out here, Goldpanners. It's number 10, Carl Peters.
It's midnight in Fairbanks, Alaska, on the solstice. Carl Peters, the batter. We will have the singing of the Alaska flag song at the conclusion of the 6th inning. Stay here for that. Peters 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. He's gone down looking on both occasions. Out in front for strike 2. 1 out, 1 run is in.
Heads up, you're going.
Fouled out of play by Peters. Colorado native. Trying to pick up the Midnight Sun Game RBI. Just past midnight. Takes upstairs 1 and 2. After Peters is Jackson Frankovich, the Goldpanner catcher. 3-1 lead for Fairbanks. Swing and a miss, strikes out. It's the 2nd out of the inning. 3 strikeouts for Peters, and now Frankovich try to bring in another Goldpanner run. A 2-run lead, definitely nothing to be too comfortable with, especially with some of the wild finishes we've seen here in Midnight Sun games. A great game last night. The Monarchs taking the lead in extra innings, but the Panners walking it off. Eric Smelko's 2-run double in the bottom of the 10th to give the Panners a 7-6 win over Michigan. 0-1 on Frankovich. 1 for 2 with a single in the game. It's the first inning of work for Nolan Higgins, a right-hander from Michigan State. Short leg kick, misses down low. Big props to our ladies down at Frosty Hooters who run the concession stand here every night. They have had some very busy nights this summer. The big crowds we've had, and no bigger than tonight. Brought in some extra food trucks to help out. A beautiful night here at Growden. The 3-1 hits Frankovich. And the bases will be full again.
That hit by pitch is brought to you by Satterberg Law Office.
Gold on every base.
Don't think he's taking emotional damage cases.
For last night's hero, Eric Smelko. The junior from La Mesa, California, conference on the mound. And a big moment in the game here. We're in the bottom of inning number 6. The Goldpanners have extended their lead. It's now 3-1. They have Gold on every base. There are 2 outs. And Eric Smelko looking for an empty spot on the field. The first pitch from Higgins is in the dirt, stopped by Salinas. You want to get as many guys into this game as you can, but more importantly, you want to win this game. So sometimes it's tough. Smelko, the 1-ball pitch. 2-0. After Smelko would be Barango. Popped up, left side, it will get out of play into the stands.
That baseball fans is why you bring your glove to a baseball game.
Yeah. Someone with a glove makes the catch. And the stands on the third base side. Packed here at Growden. And the 2-1 to Smelko with the bases stacked. 3-1. Nowhere to put him. And Higgins with a big 3-1 pitch coming here. Lands a foot in front of home plate. Ball 4. And he walks in a run. The Panners now lead it 4-1, and everybody moves up 90 feet. Smelko draws the base on balls, gets the RBI. And now Ty Barango. Two runs have come in here in the 6th. This game was flying through 3. It's now slowed down. A few seasons ago, we were going to have to start slowing the game down because it was going so fast we weren't even going to make it to midnight. But we did. One ball, no strikes on Barango. 2-0. And a right-hander throwing in the bullpen for the Monarchs. Second baseman Casas comes out to talk to his right-hander. He's struggling with his control here in the 6th inning. This is a big at bat here. Monarchs are trying to stay in this game. A base hit here, and the Monarchs are in a lot of trouble. Two balls and no strikes to Barango. Takes up and in, it's 3-0. Oof, gets the strike call. They're now 3-1. Gold on every base. Outside ball 4. He walks another one. It's 3 walks in the inning plus a hit batsman. Barango gets the RBI. It's 5-1 Goldpanners as Stone touches home. And still they're loaded. Then we go to the top of the order for Alex Garcia, who can break this game wide open. The 9th batter of the inning. Higgins is going to continue. As a right-hander continues to throw with a little more urgency in the pen. And there's a strike to Garcia, who's 0 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. Foul tip. In front here, though, nothing in 2. Fast, no, not fastball. He misses downstairs, 1-2. Garcia trying to give the Goldpanners a big cushion. Swings and misses for strike 3. The Panners bat around. They score 3 runs and lead it 5-1. Don't go anywhere, friends. It's time for the Alaska flag song.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially passed the hour of midnight. It is a time-honored tradition during the Midnight Sun Game to have the singing of the Alaska flag song and making their way onto the field at this present moment in time is the Sweet Adeline Chorus. The Fairbanks Sweet Adelines are under the direction of their new director, Miss Amy Dye, who has been singing with the Sweet Adelines for the last 5 years. She has directing experience, but this ball game will be her first time directing the Sweet Adelines for their performance. So ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you will all please stand and respect Alaska and respect the Sweet Adelines as they will perform the Alaska flag song. Since we have this moment in time and space that it is a new day, the Alaska Goldpanners would like to give a special birthday shout out to Jen from Michigan and Andre Thibodeau. And the Alaska Goldpanners would also like to wish, we'd like to also give a birthday shout out to Elsie from Chicago. Happy birthday and thank you for spending your birthday with the Alaska Goldpanners. There's still lots of
Welcome back to Fairbanks, Alaska, Growden Memorial Park for the 118th annual WG and Eddie Stroker Midnight Sun Game. Garrow Von Dane with you live here in the press box. It's after midnight, it's dark, but we're playing baseball without any artificial lighting, as they have here in Fairbanks since 1906. Checking the YouTube chat with the Goldpanners leading now 5-1 as we start the 7th inning. Clune Channel 7 Las Vegas checking in on the chat. Also Sancho Panza. Yes, Martin, the Monarchs actually play in Michigan when at home. They play in Adrian, Michigan.
Monarchs here at the top of the 7th inning is number 21, Stephen Cassis.
Thank you for the kind words, Weather Marks. Ball and no strikes. Sotelo back on the mound for the Goldpanners. His 3rd inning of work. He was worked out of a couple of jams so far. And now works to Stephen Casas and Mason McGuire. And the top of the order, Jake Dresselhaus. Panners add 2 runs, or 3 runs rather, in the bottom of the 6th to take a 5-1 lead. As we go to the final third of tonight's ball game, the singing of the Alaska flag song. Or the Sweet Adelines here before the 7th. Casas, a single and a walk so far. He has the only base hit for the Monarchs. It was an infield hit back in the 2nd. Monarchs took a 1-0 lead in the 1st. Chopper back to the mound. Sotelo, underhand toss to first. 1 up and 1 down in the 7th. Brings up Mason McGuire, who's 0 for 2 with an RBI.
Now to that for the Michigan Monarchs, number 8, Mason McGuire.
Panners winning 7-6 last night in 10 innings. Hoping it's a little easier tonight. Swing and a miss. It's getting hard to see for those hitters. These lights used to work decades ago. Not anymore. They wouldn't turn them on anyway if they did, not tonight. So many greats over the years have played in this Midnight Sun game. I named a lot of them earlier in the broadcast. 1 and 2 on McGuire. Some others. Jason Giambi, yeah, he played here in 1990. He hit .377 when they were using aluminum bats. You know how many home runs he had, though? 0. Strikes out McGuire. Second K for Daniel Sotelo out of Gonzaga.
Number 5, Jake Dresselhaus.
Our good friend Zach Bash starred for the Goldpanners in 2001 and 2002. In 2002 for the national champion Goldpanners through 42 1/3 innings. with an earned run average of 0.62. This one is up the middle and through for a base hit. A 2-out single for Dresselhaus, the first hit for the Monarchs since the second inning.
Now up to bat, the Monarchs, number 1, Silas Butler.
Waves GM and Fairbanks product Mike Studer texting me during the game. Yes, Mike. That's why Jason Giambi didn't hit any home runs that year with aluminum bats. I won't say it on here, but y'all might be able to guess. Mike Studer's Waves were the last team to come here and win the Midnight Sun game against the Goldpanners a few years ago. He's watching from San Diego. Our old GM and my good friend Don Dennis and his wife Ann watching on the big screen. Don definitely settled into that easy chair outside of San Diego. Don hired me for this job back in 2001. I'll always be thankful. Silas Butler takes strike 2. It's 1-2. Silas 0 for 3 in the game with a couple of strikeouts. 2 away, runner at first base. Top of the 7th inning. Remember, the 7th inning stretch coming your way. Happy Boy will make his appearance. If you have not tuned into a Goldpanner game before, 7th inning stretch is done a little bit differently here in Fairbanks. You don't want to miss it. There goes the runner on a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Otello strikes out Butler. Panners by 4. It's stretch time.
It's the middle of the 7th inning. It's time to get up on your feet. Get your kazoos out. There he is, Mr. Happy
Walking on the street on a sunny day. Feeling in my bones till I have my way. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. Just when things are going your way. I'm running like my cat in my car. Put his guts in a box and put him in a drawer. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. Oh, it's good when things are going your way. I looked in the drawer and started to laugh. 'Cause I'm a happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. Happy boy. It's good when things are going your way. Hey, hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Happy Boy! Wonderfully done, crowd. You guys are awesome. Now up to bat for the Goldpanners here in the bottom of the 7th inning is number 8, Logan Redeman.
Logan Redeman will lead off for the Goldpanners after Happy Boy dazzles the crowd here during the 7th inning stretch, as he does every night. The Goldpanners are here at home. Logan Redeman, then Logan Drummond and Donovan Ratfield, 2, 3, and 4 spots in the Panner batting order. Redeman 2 for 2 since entering the game with a double, an RBI, and a couple of runs scored. Happy Boy often brings forth some offense. Panners wouldn't mind a little bit more than a 4-run lead. Nolan Higgins pitching still here in the 7th. Struggled with control in the 6th inning. Allowed 3 Goldpanner runs. He walked 3 and hit a batter. But he strikes out Redeman. 1 away for Logan Drummond. Midnight Sun game here in Fairbanks, just south of the Arctic Circle, about 150 miles as the crow flies. Not going to find baseball played any further north than this, anywhere on the planet. Although I think they play a little bit up in Barrow, Alaska, on the North Slope. At the Arctic Circle, the sun never went down tonight. It's still up. Drummond 1 for 2 with an RBI double, walked and scored in the 6th. Fouls this one off. It's 0-2 with 1 out and the base is empty. Garrow Von Dane here at Growden on another gorgeous night. These Michigan Monarchs were up here a few years ago as the Lake Erie Monarchs. They've been around since 1999. Played in Toledo, Ohio for a while.
Another foul ball brought to you by Advanced Family Dentistry.
This game now 2 hours and 26 minutes old. Here in the bottom of the 7th. No one skipped in the dirt. Remember, all these games are archived on YouTube, so if you really must go to bed, you can watch the rest tomorrow. Or if you missed any of this game, you can go back and watch, especially the flyover, the national anthem before the game, beautifully done. Inside ball 2 from Higgins to Drummond. Ratfield to follow. Panners trying to win their 48th Midnight Sun game.
Keep the wave going, Beer Garden. Come on, Beer Garden, what are you doing down
Work
there?
to prepare for this Midnight Sun game goes on throughout the year. It's like painting the Golden Gate Bridge, it never stops. Swing and a miss, and Drummond strikes out. 2 away here in the 7th inning. General Manager John Lorkey always working.
Donovan Ratfield.
This Goldpanner program on great footing under his leadership. John was the GM in Kenai for a brief period in the Alaska League, and also the GM of the North Pole Knicks, baseball team that played here at Growden many years ago. The Goldpanners were the first team here in Alaska, and then they helped found the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. These teams would charter flights back and forth to play each other in front of massive crowds. Fans would travel in both directions for those games. Strikeout of Ratfield. They'll throw to first to complete it, and Higgins strikes out the side after struggling in the 6th. We've played 7 complete. In the Midnight Sun game, it's 5-1 Goldpanners.
Tonight's winner will be walking away with $2,500. I know. All right, the winning ticket number is 566-123. That is ticket number 66123. If that is your winning ticket number, please make your way over to the first base side of the field. You just got some money. Now up to bat for the Michigan Monarchs here in the top of the 8th inning. It's number 6, Cooper Vance.
Cooper Vance will lead off for the Monarchs. Time running short for Michigan as they trail it 5-1, top of the 8th inning. Daniel Sotelo back out on the mound, and the first pitch to Vance is popped up right side, going back onto the grass to make the catch. There's Logan Redeman. 1 pitch, 1 out. In the top of the 8th inning.
Now up to bat for the Monarchs, number 26, Zacharias.
4th inning of work for Daniel Sotelo. Zacharias Salinas, the left-handed batting catcher, ducks out of the way of that pitch from the southpaw Sotelo out of Gonzaga. The 1 run for the Monarchs came way back in the 1st inning. Monarchs got a run. Panners lost third baseman Rob Matei early to an apparent ankle injury. But the Goldpanner bats came to life. They scored 2 in the 4th, 3 more in the 6th. Have this 5-1 lead. 5 Goldpanner hits, 2 for the Michigan Monarchs. Another one tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Ken Viermeyer will be in my place. I will rejoin the team in Grand Forks, British Columbia for the Grand Forks International. Yes, those games will be on PannerVision, and that is an awesome tournament. Can't wait to get down there. Beautiful Grand Forks, situated in the mountains of southern British Columbia. An 8-team tournament with some great competition, a wonderful atmosphere. Called strike 3. 2 up and 2 down for Sotelo. Now facing Cale Vinson, who's over 2 with a walk. And now a visit to the mound. Are we going to have a change here? See what Goldpanner pitching coach Jack Gonzalez does. As he makes the slow walk to the mound. Sotelo cruising right now, but let's see what they elect to do here. And that's going to be it for Daniel. Pitching change coming up at Growden. We'll have that information when we return here in a moment.
Looks like we're getting the wave started on the first base side. What's up here, Darren? Do the wave. Yeah. Alaska Goldpanners fans, this call to the bullpen is proudly sponsored by Paco Logo Supply Company. Now pitching for your Alaska Goldpanners from Fairbanks, Alaska, number 44, Andrew Trotman.
Fairbanks native Andrew Trotman enters the game and will pitch to Cale Vinson with 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. Trotman threw a lot last night. I was speculating last night that he was probably doubtful for tonight after throwing so much, but he told the coaches he was ready to go. And if he could get into the game tonight in front of his home fans. Trotman's been a great Goldpanner pitcher the last couple of seasons. Works here to Vinson. Popped up into shallow right field. A late break on it, though, as Drummond couldn't see it too well, and that's going to allow the runner to get to second base. With 2 outs.
Number 40, Tony.
The Monarchs get a runner to scoring position, and there you see the darkness coming into play. As Drummond just couldn't get a bead on that one. And by the time he did, it was too late. And all the way to second is Vinson. And that goes as a double. Well, Tony Hatzigiorgio. Under normal lighting, that's out number 3, but this is not normal. 12:37 a.m. now on June 22nd. I have an 8 a.m. flight that I'm not looking forward to. Hatzigiorgio 0 for 3 in the game. I'll worry about that later, though. The 3rd hit of the game for the Monarchs. This is Vinson's double in the darkness. Here's the 0-2. Way outside 1 and 2, trying to get Hatzigiorgio to reach for something off the plate. Should Hatzigiorgio reach, it would be Arbini. Time running out on the Monarchs. They've got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Outside ball 2. Trotman worked 5 innings last night, giving up 2 runs. And here's the 2-2. Oh, thought he had strike 3, just missed that outside corner. And now it's 3-2 on Hatzigiorgio, the Monarchs' first baseman. Swing and a miss, he strikes him out. No damage done after the 2-out double. Going to the bottom of the 8th, Panners by 4.
The Michigan Monarchs 1. How about we do a little dance dancing, shall we? To a baseball game, that's how you gotta dance.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at the 118th annual Midnight Sun Game. Panners leading 5-1. And Panners will send in a pinch hitter. It's number 4, Logan Wimberly, stationed at Fort Wainwright, the United States Armed Forces. Wimberly swings and fouls this pitch back and out of play against Nolan Higgins. Wimberly batting for Ty Stone. Stone finishes an 0 for 2 night with an RBI and a run scored. And it's 0-2 on Wimberly. Had a walk-off home run in the last series against Kingsmen Baseball out of South Carolina. Takes a ball, it's 1-2. Six-foot right-handed hitter from Webster, Florida. Big swing and a foul ball. And it's 1-2. Wimberly, then Peters and Frankovich due up. "42 minutes past 12 in the morning. Official sunset isn't until 12:48. Swing and a miss. Wimberly strikes out. Well, after all the struggles in the 6th inning with his control, Higgins has now struck out 4 in a row since then. Gotten them all swinging. Of course, it's getting a lot harder to see. Peters fouls this one back and out of play. Great to have you with us, staying up late, so early as it is, for this Midnight Sun Game. Panners hoping to win their 48th all-time against just 14 losses. Peters 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts tonight, and he's in the hole here, 0-2. Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now for Higgins. And Jackson Frankovich. Or, no, we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Frankovich.
Now up to that. Now pitch hitting for your Alaska Goldpanners is number 19, Raymond Padilla.
And Raymond Padilla getting a chance to bat here. Another member of the United States Armed Forces here in Fairbanks. Raymond Padilla is a pitcher from Fontana, California. 0-1 on Padilla. Oh, and 2. And going back to the 6th inning, 6 straight strikeouts for Higgins. This is downstairs 1 and 2 on the pinch hitter Raymond Padilla, number 19. Some have left, most remain here in the stands at Growden. Called strike 3, 7 straight strikeouts for Higgins. It's the last chance for the Monarchs. When we come back, Goldpanners lead at 5-1. Absolutely incredible.
The midnight sun game. Goldpanners seated in the dugout on the third base side, the Waves on the first base side. We have a massive crowd here tonight for the Goldpanners shortstop, and he pops this one down the left field line towards foul territory, and a great catch crashing against the gate. Sunset officially at 12:47, but it'll come earlier here with the hills off to our left in the north.
In 3, 2, 1, go! In Fairbanks, Alaska, we offer both title and escrow services and can assist with any questions throughout your transaction. Alaska's flag to Alaska's dear.
Big Daddy's Barbecue, supplying the cold beverages and some food tonight. They got a food truck here.
Ball proudly sponsored by Big Daddy's Barbecue. Happy boy.
With 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning, the Panners trailing by 1. Tate Shamau will be the batter. A 1-2-3 10th for Matthew Pinal will go to the bottom of the 10th. Can the Panners win another walk-off game? Here's the 1-1 from Agnew. Line to left, a base hit. Around third comes Clark. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. Clark scores. Brock Rudy wins it for the Goldpanners in the bottom of the 10th inning. And the Goldpanners storm the field.
Number 19, TJ Kayla.
Here we go, last chance for the Monarchs in the midnight sun game. They trail at 5-1. A pinch hitter for the Monarchs will lead things off. TJ Kayla. TJ Kayla, the pinch hitter, against the new pitcher for the Goldpanners, Eddie Alfaro. Tyler Richardson takes over behind the dish for Fairbanks. The newest Goldpanner just arrived from UC Colorado Springs. Number 30, Taylor Richardson. Eddie Alfaro on the mound, the freshman from Cal Baptist, 5'9" right-hander from Moreno Valley, California, trying to finish it off. It's 1-2 on Kayla. Casas and McGuire to follow. 5-1 Goldpanner lead. I'd like to thank you all so much for joining us and staying up late on this midnight sun game. All these fans sticking around and hoping to celebrate victory. Grounded to third. Garcia across to Ratfield, who's now at first. One down in the 9th inning. Garrow Von Dane here in Fairbanks, and another beautiful midnight sun game. Ball one to Casas. Monarchs led this game 1-0 in the first. They haven't scored since. Swing and a miss. And a pitch from Alfaro. Again, thanks to all of our contributors here tonight. Andrew Button on public address, Chris Carlson on the controls, Bam Bam Burnley on cameras, Henry Cole, scoreboard and stats. Hope you've enjoyed this midnight sun game. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already on the Goldpanner page. Panners will play the Monarchs tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Game 3 of the series. Popped up into shallow right. Drummond has it for out number 2, and the Panners are 1 out away from winning the midnight sun game here in 2023. The last hope for the Monarchs is Mason McGuire against Eddie Alfaro. Keaton Chase 4 strong, giving up 1 for the Goldpanners in the start. Daniel Sotelo 3 2/3 excellent innings. No runs on 1 hit. Trotman a 3rd scoreless. Now Alfaro trying to finish it off. The 1-ball pitch to McGuire is down low for ball 1. Panners scored 2 in the 4th to take a 2-1 lead, added 3 in the 6th. Now 1 out away from victory. Strike called, 2-1. The 2-1 delivery misses for ball 3. Should McGuire reach, it would be Dresselhaus. He has been on base 3 times tonight. Although, he doesn't appear to be holding a bat right now. The payoff pitch with 2 outs from Alfaro in the 9th inning. Called strike 3, and the Goldpanners win the 118th annual Midnight Sun Game in Fairbanks. The game concludes at 12:52 a.m. and the Panners storm the field after soundly defeating the Michigan Monarchs by a final score of 5-1. How about the pitching effort for the Goldpanners, allowing just 1 run on 3 base hits? Panners scored 5 runs on only 5 base hits, but take care of the Monarchs in the Midnight Sun Game and win their 48th all-time in the Solstice Classic. Brett Latchman enjoying the win in his first year as the head coach of the Alaska Goldpanners. What a night here in the golden heart of Alaska. Remember, you can follow along all summer on PannerVision, where you can tune in, turn on, and pan out. Again, thanks to all of our contributors here tonight and to all of you tuning in to Goldpanners Baseball on YouTube. The Panners win the Midnight Sun Game, 5-1. Have a great night, everybody. I will see you from Grand Forks, British Columbia next week. Garrow Von Dane saying so long from Fairbanks, Alaska, Growden Memorial Park. The Panners win the Midnight Sun Game, 5-1 over the Monarchs. Good night, everybody.